Hello dear students. Last time whatever we have discussed in our chapter number 2, sports and nutrition. Okay, we have discussed this chapter last week. So what we have discussed, we discussed about the nutritional values and balanced diet, how it is important and how it is important for a sport person. These all things we have discussed. Balanced diet, the diet which can contain all type of nutritive components, either it is micronutrients or macronutrients. These all things we have discussed. That is called as a balanced diet, which can give us sufficient energy for performing our daily schedule, plus any urgent need also if we can do. So that type of diet is known as the balanced diet. So there are basically two components, balanced diet. First one is micronutrients, macronutrients and micronutrients. Macro we have discussed, there are basically three: carbs, protein and fat. Okay, micro we have two: vitamins and minerals. Other than this, also we have some non-nutritive component. Non-nutritive components, these are water and fiber. Okay, so this is the whole chart for the given chapter. We discuss about the balanced diet. Balanced diet should contain some macro and micronutrients, which are carb, protein and fat, considered as the macro because these we need in large amount in our food. As carbohydrate we should need 70 to 75% in our food, protein at least 10 to 15%, 5 to 15% fat, and the rest of the amount we need as protein. Vitamins and minerals, some part we have, because these are also called as, together it is called as defensive food. So defensive food protect us from various types of things, as bacteria, viruses and other things, from diseases. It can protect us. So we should include these things from in our food. From where we can get? We can get it from fruits, we can get it from raw vegetables, we can get it from different type of minerals, calcium, sodium, iron, potassium. These all things we can get from different sources that we have already discussed. Carbs we can get from most of the sweet things, which is found, natural things. Proteins we can get from fish, egg, milk, butter. These all things. Fat we can get from butter, milk, ghee. These all things. Okay. Non-nutritive components are water and fiber. Water is 60 to 70% in our body. It maintains the fluid level in our body and help in the transportation of these nutritive components. So very essential for us. We have to drink at least 3 to 5 liters of water every day. Fibers are the sources which can satisfy our hunger and which can eliminate the wastage products from our body. So fibers also we are supposed to include in our diet. It can satisfy our hunger as well as it can help in the removal of waste materials from our body. So these all things we have discussed in the chapter. Their significance we have discussed and how it affects our body, that also we discuss about the BMI, body mass index. Okay, in this way you can calculate whether you are overweight, underweight, you are healthy or you are obese. So there is a formula. There is height upon weight weight upon height square. Weight should be in kg and height should be in meters. So this way you can calculate. If it is less than 20, it means you are underweight. If it is 21, 20, 25, it means you are healthy. 26 to 30, you are overweight, and more than 30, you are obese range. So this range we can find out, we can calculate our weight and height ratio, and whatever the numerical value you got, we can tally it from the chart and we can find ourselves where we are standing. We are obese, we are underweight, we are overweight, or we are in a healthy range. Girls also little bit different, 1 point less than every whatever table is given there. Okay, as they are underweight in 19, they are healthy range in 19 to 24, they are heavyweight or overweight in 25 to 29, and more than 29 they are obese. So this is the chart which we have discussed, which help us to find out where we are standing. Other than this, pitfall of dieting we have discussed, how dieting affect our body and how it can cause the adverse effect on our body. There's all things we have discussed. We discussed about the tips for weight loss, how we can lose our weight by exercising and by controlling our diet with the help of BMI and the diet chart. Some myth and other things also we have discussed. Energy requirement of our body, basic energy requirement, and extra EER, that also we have discussed, which help us to find out how much energy we should consume in our food. Every food should contain some amount of calories, and that is already decided. If you are taking a one samosa, you are consuming around 308 calories. If you are eating one rasgulla, you are consuming around 350 calories. So this calorie chart helps us to find out the things which we are taking, help us finally to lose our weight or to gain weight. Okay, so that you can take to maintain your body. Calorie chart you have to refer. So these all things we have discussed. Further we have discussed about the practical file maintenance, how to maintain your file and practicals that I already told you. You have to write in a lab manual and you have to keep it ready. We can ask it anytime. So these all things are there. Hope you have understood everything. Thank you.